The thing that bothers me the most about people who play the race card is that they often use it as a way to avoid accepting responsibility for their bad behavior. Milwaukee Bucks guard Patrick Beverly recently used this tactic after acting like a child at the end of a playoff game, and his excuse for his behavior was not only incredibly lame, it wasn't backed up by any solid proof. For MRC-TV, I'm John Simmons and welcome to the woke world of sports. The Bucks got eliminated by the Indiana Pacers in Game 6 of the first round of the NBA playoffs last week. As the game neared its end, Indiana had a substantial lead and everyone could see the writing was on the wall for the Bucks. As such, some Pacers fans began to taunt the Milwaukee bench, and Beverly engaged with the fans. But things escalated really quickly because Beverly decided to act like an idiot. Allegedly, the fans were saying Cancun on 3, which insinuated that the Bucks would be going on vacation while the Pacers advanced in the playoffs. I'd say Beverly was being immature here, but that wouldn't do it justice. As an adult, you have to be able to handle trash talk and losing with more grace than that. A few days after the incident, he offered an apology for his actions on his podcast. But Beverly seemed to imply that he was so mad because he was called something he had never been called before.
What happened at the end of the Bucks game against the Pacers?
Unfortunate situation that should have never happened.
Talk me through it.
Let's just say it was more than Cancun on 3.
Okay, so that report from Shams was just a fraction of the story.
Let's just say it was more than that. And I'm not here to shed light on a particular story. I'm here to shed light on what I did was
bad.
Absolutely bad. And that should have never happened.
Right. Inexcusable.
I will be better.
Yeah.
I have to be better and I will be better. That should have never happened. Regardless of, what was said, that should have never happened. Simple as that. But I've been called a lot of stuff in this league. Obviously.
Yeah.
I've been called a ton of stuff. I haven't been called that one.
It was a new word?
Yeah, I haven't been called that one. So
I think there is an element of if you say what it was, that it might shed some light on the situation.
No, it doesn't matter because it doesn't matter.
Still inexcusable?
Still unexcusable. It doesn't matter what was said. Doesn't matter what was said. I have to be better and I will be better.
Now look, I'm not saying that Beverly was lying about the fans being rowdy, because that's certainly a possibility. And I do think that he was sincere about owning up to his actions. But the mystery around his accusation is what bothers me, because we have to make a lot of assumptions about what was or wasn't said with no hard evidence. We can safely assume that he viewed the comment as racist, but then again, can Beverly prove it was racist? Does he have videos, audio, or teammates that would support his claim? And why not give specific details of the insult either on his podcast or to the powers that be in the NBA?
If you say what it was, that it might shed some light on the situation.
No, it doesn't matter because it doesn't matter.
Still inexcusable?
Still inexcusable. It doesn't matter what was said.
The reason is because being vague gives him the power to dictate the story. In our culture, you don't need to prove that someone was being racist to you. You can cry racism and no one challenges you, because anyone who does gets labeled as a racist. This in turn gives him the opportunity to take less responsibility for what happened. But even if it were racist, there's better ways to handle it than chucking a ball at fans. There's no legitimate excuse for how Beverly handled this situation.
So folks, what do you think? Was my analysis a home run, or was it a big swing and a miss? Feel free to leave your comments and subscribe to our social media channels that still let you see our content. And always remember, be on your A game and don't cave to the woke agenda in sports. For MRC-TV, I'm John Simmons.
I want to invite you as my guest on a very special, once-in-a-lifetime, 7-day post-election cruise in the Caribbean. It's going to be a blast.